Hey guys, Hillman TV. Hey, welcome back to the channel, and I appreciate every single time you guys click and watch one of my videos. Hey, I'm going to do a shotgun review. I've got a really nice waterfowl gun and basically everything shotgun, and I'll tell you what, I'm tickled pink. I've had it for a few years, and it is such a reliable and easy handling and great shotgun. I am talking about the one and only Browning Maxus. Okay, this is the Maxus Stalker in 3.5 inch. I got this as a deployment gift from my wife back in 2010, I think it was. The gun had just come out the year prior, so people were already using it, but you know, I fell in love with it when I was in Iraq, just looking at magazines, you know, the Ducks Unlimited and stuff, and they were running ads, and I thought it was a pretty cool looking shotgun. So when I got R&R, I came back, I went to Cabela's, I was like, I want to hold one of those things, I want to see it, I want to touch it, feel it, and everything. As soon as I put this shotgun in my hand, I loved it. Loved the way it felt. So my wife happened to be there with me that day when I was at Cabela's in Buda, Texas, I think that was. And she knew I really wanted one of these, you know, pretty bad. So long story short, I did the rest of my deployment. I came home, this thing was sitting on our bed, you know, in the box, ready to go. My good friend had helped her out. Bought it from a local gun shop. I think that's important, that we keep those guys running. You know, that's my choice. Sometimes you're gonna pay a little more, but you just have to remember that when you pay a little more, you know where it's going. Like it's going to a certain family-owned business or a very small business. The money's gonna stay in your community. So I'm not ashamed to admit it. I go to Weber's Guns in Temple. I really like that. Temple, Texas. Weber's Guns. They also have a range in Troy, Texas. Great people. Always good people. I'm on the committee with my local Ducks Unlimited chapter, the Centex chapter, and you know, the owner, Todd Weber, is always a very generous donor. He handles all of our gun transactions at the banquet. So we're really, I'm really excited about that gun shop. I call that my gun shop. Because they've always treated us fair. So that's where this one came from. They are a full-line Browning dealer, but however, they don't sponsor me. I'm just doing this out of the kindness of my heart. Alright, back to the shotgun. Now, this is a 12 gauge. This is the 3.5 inch version. Why do I want the 3.5 inch version? Dude, I love to duck hunt. See? Got my calls, got my little buffalo head up there, but I'm a waterfowler. You know, in Texas, it's not real easy to find public land to hunt deer on, or big game, so I don't do that much, but there's a lot of places where you can hunt public land for ducks, and that's what I wanted this shotgun for. I started out with a Mossberg 835, fantastic waterfowl gun, and I will do a review on that gun because I still have it. That's my backup. But I wanted a semi-auto. I thought, you know, it's time. I'm really dedicated to the sport, and I want a semi-auto. So the places I was looking, the guns that I was looking at, you'll hear it if you get on forums and things like that. They call it the B guns, you know, because they start with the letter B. So you're talking your Brownings, your Berettas, and your Benellis. You know, your very high-end, quality shotguns. And they make special waterfowl editions to, you know, basically cater to that market. So I was ate up with the Maxus. Number one, the feel of this gun is incredible. It's got a very narrow forend as compared to the other ones. It's got a DuraTouch coating on it, which is cool. I really like the DuraTouch coating. I think that's a good addition to it. Mine's in all black. I'm not really a big camo gun fan. You may be. That's fine. You know, it's all personal preference. But you'll notice that this shotgun does not have a mag tube, or at least the cap for a mag tube. It's got a magazine tube, obviously. But so it's very sleek, it's very light, it's very thin. You know, this is a gas-operated shotgun. Okay, it is not inertia like the Benellis. It has a very different gas system than the Berettas with the kickoff. So Does this gun recoil a lot? No, not comparably to other gas guns. For how light it is, I think it's great. It blows off enough gas and really gets you back on target quick. Other things I like about it other than the DuraTouch, it is a very, very fast cycling gun. Like, the lockup time for these, I think, was the fastest when they were made. I don't know if that's still true or not. Could be. Not sure. I don't really stay up on all that technical stuff. I just buy stuff and I use the heck out of it. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, you'll know it. It holds 5 in the magazine tube, but they do give you a plug, a special one, with this shotgun. And when I do take it apart, I'll show it to you. But there's also another feature that I really like about this shotgun. Now I'm going to take this snap cap. Now this is shorter than 2 3/4, so this may not work, but it always works when you're using live ammo, especially like 3 and 3.5 inch. But it has a quick load feature. I don't know if other shotguns have this, but I really like it. All you got to do is pull this shell right up into the magazine tube, past the ramp, and then let your thumb go. And now your shotgun has one in the chamber, and you can load your other 2. I think that's cool. You know, you don't have, that's just one-handed. You can keep your hand on the forearm and get it done. But I'm just showing you guys, this is a snap cap. This is a Traditions 12-gauge snap cap. But, you know, when you're in the blind and everything, you don't always want to be messing around. So you can just have the gun in the forend. You dig out your shell from your pocket, put it in there, bam, you're ready to go. Dig, dig. This hand is free. You know, other shotguns, you got to load one in the ramp, press the button, or ride it forward even if you want to, and it's just slower. So that's what I like about this shotgun. You can really get one in that chamber real quick. Such a cool gun. Alright, anyway, we'll take that out of there. Safety's on. But you know, it's got a tapered vent rib. I don't know if you guys will pick that up. Taller in the back end, comes down almost flush with the barrel on the front end, and a white bead sight. Now, here's a place where I explored opportunity with this shotgun. I put a magnetic True Glow on there. I didn't like it. I couldn't hit the broad side of a barn. For some reason, if I add a fiber optic sight onto the end of this barrel, I end up missing a lot of birds. So I took it off and I chose to just go with the stock white bead on it. Hey, maybe you guys that have Maxus, if you watch this video and you're running a different kind of sight that you like a whole lot, dude, comment, because I haven't had any luck with aftermarket sights with this shotgun. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. I knocked down a lot of ducks just with the factory sight, so it is what it is. Anyway, it does come with 3 chokes, improved cylinder, a modified, and a full. Have patterned all of them with steel shot and deep breath. I don't know. The factory chokes with some of the loadouts that I've used, especially when you get up into the 3.5 inch versions, are just, I don't know, man. I can't really, I haven't found one that I consider a good pattern out of the factory chokes. I haven't really been able to nail down the load that works best. They all kill ducks, but some of them, you know, when I get them on the patterning board out about 35, 40 yards, have been really sparse patterns. Especially with 3.5 inch shells. For some reason, it just doesn't want to throw them real quick. Now, Browning backboard this barrel, so it's got a lengthened forcing cone. All that, it's backboard, and it comes down into that choke. So basically, the barrel itself is just a large choke tube, as it is in most firearms. But they specially designed this one to pattern steel a little bit better. I didn't see that. Over my 835, I didn't see any better patterning. So I went shopping around for choke tubes. I shot quite a few, and what I've learned is with steel shot, and especially slower steel shot, I bought a Kicks High Flyer in modified, and when I shoot slower steel shot, so I'm talking velocities between 1250 and 1350 with I generally tend to stay 4-shot and larger up to BB. The Kicks High Flyer has been the juice, man. It has been the money. It has really, really improved the patterning of the shotgun markedly. You know, I'm getting a lot better patterns out to 35, 40 yards with this. I'm not sure if that means it's tighter than the factory modified, but no blown patterns. I've been really satisfied with the Kicks High Flyer modified. I kind of want to go with an even closer range and see if that has any improvement as well in the 35 and under yardage. So, you know, also, hey, if you want to comment, let me know how that's working out for you guys, what choke you're running in your Maxus if you have one. But for now, my choke of choice for ducks over decoys is the Kicks High Flyer modified. I'm really toying with trying to find myself a pattern master in a little bit more of a close range, but I've been satisfied with this, so there's really no reason for me to spend the money just yet. Anyway, so yeah, as far as reliability goes with the Browning Maxus, there's maybe 1 or 2 issues that I want to address. Okay, the action on this semi-auto in particular, if you're hunting real messy stuff, I'm talking you are in the grass. You know, I hunt from layout blind, so this happens to me all the time. If you're in the grass, or if you have a lot of raffia grass around your blind, and it's hanging down to where the guns are and where you're up shooting, you know, if you have your cover real tight, for some reason, I have had 2 problems, both times I hunted, of grass getting into this action and actually making it jam up. That's my fault. You know, I wasn't keeping the gun clean while I was hunting. You know, there are guns where you can get them super dirty and they'll keep cycling and cycling and cycling. That's not this gun. Okay, there's a recoil dampening system or a bolt return system up in this stock right here. So the push rod on the back of the bolt, I don't know why, but I've gotten pieces of raffia grass from my layout blind twice jammed down into the hole where that bolt return is. You know what that does? That short shucks my bolt, so I get 1 shot and then the next shell never even comes out of the tube because the bolt never gets far enough back. There's debris inside my gun, so I've got to break it down, and I've pulled these foot-long pieces of raffia grass that I use to cover up my layout blind out of this shotgun. It has happened a few times, and the gun still fires that first shot for you, but your follow-up shot, you'll pull the trigger and it won't even click because it jams up that action if you get pieces of grass down inside. Mud is fine, water is fine. I've hunted the crap out of this gun in muddy conditions, in silty conditions, and in very, very wet weather, and this gun does not fail. It's just when you get a piece of debris in between this push rod and the return spring back in the buttstock, and you'll see it, there's a plunger on the end of it that this bolt rod goes back into to return the bolt forward, chambering the next round. So that's a tip to the wise. If you got a Maxus, try to keep debris like grass, string, clothing, you know, wood and, you know, sticks and other things. Try to keep it from getting in here. You know, look at your hunting spot. See if you're going to end up chewing it up. Don't throw this thing, you know, around using your ghillie suit with raffia grass or whatever. It is a gun that will get finicky if you put debris in between this bolt, this push rod back here, and the return rod or the return plunger and spring in the back. Now, it is easy to clean though. Let me go ahead and do a breakdown of this. It is unloaded. You guys just saw me playing with the snap cap. So what you've got, I got to take this sling off, which I got a Browning sling too. I'm kind of a brand hoe like that. Anyway, what you have here is a button and a lever. So you just push this button down, throw the lever up. Sling will come off. You take the fore end off. That's going to expose your gas tube right here. So you can go ahead and slide your barrel off the gas tube, and there's your piston right there. So that's going to take gas off of the barrel through those ports that are up under here. You can see them. Well, you would see them if I didn't oil the gun, but they're in there. And then you can take the barrel off. You can take the gas piston. There's no O-rings with this shotgun. Nothing. You don't have to adjust anything. You can shoot 7/8 ounce light target loads all the way on up to your heaviest turkey loads in 3.5. I mean, this thing will jam them all, and you don't have to adjust a darn thing. You can even shoot them one after another, and I have tested that. So, and then you have your gas piston spring right there, and then basically you just pull out the bolt handle, take the bolt out, and you're good to go. So here's that push rod that I'm talking about. There is a gap in there, and it does collect your grass. Does all that stuff. It'll collect grass and other debris and try to push it all the way down into the end there, where there's a little plunger, and you can barely see it. I'm not going to worry about it right now, but I don't think I can even touch it right now. When I do break down this gun completely, I take the stock off and everything, and I clean the whole deal out. But you saw how easily that breaks down, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, 5 with the barrel. Awesome, right? So you don't have to worry about O-rings falling in the mud or whatever. You can field strip this thing out there, and you'll be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and reassemble, show you how easy that is. So we pushed our bolt in. Alright, what's going on here? Alright, that's cool, whatever. I'll get that bolt back in a minute. Let's see. Alright, put your spring on there. Your gas piston assembly. I'm going to slide that in. No. Well, she's giving me trouble. Hold on. I got to redo that. Because I think I done messed up. Messed it up a little. And that's fine, whatever. Alright, I'll take that out. I'll take that out. Gotta get my bolt out of there. Don't worry about it, it's a durable gun. Alright, let me reset my trigger. I thought that was what was in the way in the beginning. Alright, anyway, bolt parts. Here we go. We're going to throw our bolt back in there. The right way this time. Right? We're going to throw our bolt back in there the right way. And try not to mess up my gun, right? Alright. What in the world? Alright, anyway. I'll get it back together. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. You know what it was? Magazine spring. Or the magazine, the bolt release. That's what it was. So you guys got to see me unfamiliar with my own shotgun. That's really awesome. But it's alright. It's been a while because I was deployed and I haven't seen this gun in a while. Kind of leave it in the safe until it's duck season. Anyway. Alright, we're putting our barrel back on. We'll go ahead and put our forend back on. Now, before you let that forend click in, remember, that's your sling stud right on the front. It's actually part of the latching system. Hear that click, and we are good to go. And we'll go do a function check. Yep, good to go. Kicking out, extractor's fine, safety's on, and I tighten up my sling so I can fit it in my safe. But anyway, so yeah, that's your Browning Maxus. I think it's a great gun. I think it's top tier, just like the Benellis and the Berettas. It's a great gun. You know, you got to do your part, keep it nice and clean while you're hunting. You know, it's not something you need to constantly worry about, but if you do get a malfunction, that's the first thing I would check, is make sure you have no debris back in where the bolt pushing rod and the return spring and that plunger are. So that's what you're going to want to do. So other than that, hey, it's Hillman TV. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being patient during my little mess up on the reassembly. And God bless you guys. I hope you have a great day. All right, see you.